Danger Dolan. So back before Draenor got destroyed and turned into Outland, the planet was quite peaceful. All the Orc clans got along with each other just fine. Ogres were ruled by Grons. You had the Arakoans doing their own thing. Basically, it was a good life. And then the Draenei came down in their fancy spaceship to live there with them. Of course, the Draenei were peaceful and they coexisted with the other inhabitants of Draenor, except the planet they flew from happened to be the focal point of Eredar and the Burning Legion, which is not good. And Kil'jaeden, one of the Legion's leaders, he was a little upset that the Draenei did not want to help them burn things and kill stuff. So under the guise of the Great One, Kil'jaeden contacted one of the Orc leaders, Gul'dan, and said, "Would you mind butchering up the Draenei just a little bit? And in return, I'll give you a class change from Shaman to Warlock." Gul'dan said, "Sure thing, buddy," and he formed the Shadow Council, a collection of like-minded Orcs and Ogres kissing the boots of Sargeras, Kil'jaeden, and the Burning Legion. Gul'dan and the Shadow Council manipulated most of the Orc clans into spreading Warlock magic and to drink the blood of the demon Mannaroth, which subsequently turned them into a horde of war-crazed nutjobs.
Yes! I feel the power once again. Come, my warriors, drink from the dark waters, and you will be reborn. Thrall, you always believed that the demons corrupted our race, but that's only half true. We gave ourselves up willingly on Draenor. The other chieftains and I, we drank Mannaroth's blood, Thrall. We brought this curse upon ourselves. You did this to our people knowingly? Nyah!
Meanwhile, back on Azeroth, Sargeras, the Master of the Burning Legion, took control of the sorcerer Medivh and used him to contact Gul'dan. Together they formulated the creation of a dark portal linking Azeroth to Draenor, and thus began the First War, with Orcs and Ogres rampaging across the Eastern Kingdoms. However, they then suffered an embarrassing defeat at Stormwind, which caused all the Orcs back on Draenor to blame each other, sharing repair costs, who's paying for my flask, AFK bio. Now to recover from this, Gul'dan orchestrated the promotion of an Orc named Blackhand to War Chief. And he did this because he wanted to unite the clans in preparation for round 2 in Azeroth, and they would not do that if the Shadow Council was leading them. So Blackhand was just a convenient figurehead. But then soldiers from Stormwind figured out it was Medivh who betrayed them, so they marched on Karazhan to execute him. Now since they'd been in contact for so long, the energy from Medivh's death sent Gul'dan into a coma. And this left the Shadow Council leaderless, and Blackhand revealed as a puppet war chief. An Orc called Orgrim Doomhammer exercised a coup d'etat. He killed Blackhand and took up the mantle of war chief. Under the leadership of Doomhammer, the Horde destroyed what remained of the Shadow Council and they went on to crush Stormwind, ending the First War. Now the Second War, that was long and it was bloody, and most of it took place on Azeroth. Now the gist is, Gul'dan pledged allegiance to Doomhammer and created the first Death Knights using corpses from Stormwind. Together, they and the Horde took half the Eastern Kingdoms until Gul'dan scampered away with most of the army to look at the Tomb of Sargeras, which subsequently led to Doomhammer's defeat, the destruction of the Dark Portal, and the end of the Second War. Ner'zhul, the former master of Gul'dan, was given the idea of opening more portals to worlds other than Azeroth or Draenor. With Doomhammer chained up back on Azeroth not leading them anymore, as well as the forest trolls and dragons brought back from Azeroth now, Ner'zhul commissioned himself War Chief of the Orcs and formed a new Azeroth offensive, but this time with the intent on stealing 4 magic artifacts to return to Draenor and open more portals. Once Khadgar realized what Ner'zhul was planning, he formed his own alliance expedition to enter the Dark Portal and stop it from happening. This offensive was led by Illyria, Turalyon, Khodron, Danath, and Khadgar, hence why today you see Alliance fortresses in Hellfire Peninsula, as well as the Alliance expedition statues out the front of Stormwind. Once Ner'zhul acquired all of the artifacts, he channeled a spell to open a bunch of portals all at once. It didn't take everyone long to realize the portals were making Draenor buckle in on itself. So Thrall, Grom Hellscream, and the Warsong clan bashed their way through the Alliance station at Hellfire and fled to Azeroth. Most of the Alliance expedition stayed behind to seal the Dark Portal and prevent Azeroth from getting caught in the blast.
The Orcish hordes lay vanquished as the triumphant armies of the Alliance stood vigil over the evil gateway that had brought the Orcs into Azeroth. calling upon the arcane powers of the archwizard Khadgar, the fury of the earth and skies were unleashed upon the dark portal to destroy it once and for all. Blinding light dimmed, an eerie glow fell across the black morass. For though the portal was destroyed, the rift that joined these worlds at war yet remained.
Most of the expedition members were accounted for except for Illyria and Thrall, who possibly took portals to another world or another time, hint hint. Ner'zhul and his shamans used a portal and escaped, but they were quickly ambushed by Kil'jaeden, who ripped out Ner'zhul's soul in revenge, imprisoned it in armor, and encased him in ice at Northrend, creating the original Lich King. So the planet of Draenor was destroyed, and thus began the saga of Outland. Or at least the landmasses that we know of.
What is this desolate place, Vash?
This shattered world is called Outland, young prince. It is all that remains of Draenor, the former homeland of the Orcish horde.
Amazing. I remember when Khadgar led the Alliance expedition here years ago. He almost succeeded in wiping the orcs out for good. In an attempt to escape, Ner'zhul opened a number of massive dimensional gateways. But all they succeeded in doing was tearing the planet apart.
Since Illidan Stormrage was exiled from Azeroth, he decided to take up residence in Outland, but he ran into a few setbacks.
Long ago, after Draenor's explosion, a brutal pit lord named Magtheridin rallied the surviving orcs and took control of Outland. Since then, his forces have grown strong.
How, Master? If most of the orcs were killed when this world exploded, how has he bolstered his ranks?
By using the very portals that tore the planet apart. Many of Ner'zhul's dimensional gates still stand, young prince. Magtheridin lures scores of hapless demons through them daily.
Then we must seal them. Permanently.
They were helped by Akama, who led the Broken Draenei, and he just wanted an excuse to take out Magtheridin and the demons, and eventually they succeeded.
I do not know you, stranger, but your power is vast. Are you an agent of the Legion? Have you been sent to test me?
I have come to replace you. You're a relic, Magtheridin. A ghost of a past age. The future is mine. From this moment on, Outland and all of its denizens will bow to me. Hear me now, you trembling mortals. I am your lord and master. Illidan reigns supreme.
And since then, Akama and Maiev and pretty much everyone in Azeroth teamed up to kill Illidan, who is presumably dead. Anyway, that's it for this Lorebox. If you'd like to see me cover a story topic really quick, leave a comment below. Have a good one.